Welcome back, cat people, to what is apparently the hottest new series on YouTube, the max amount of some random tower versus the Frost Spirit. In case you missed them, I already covered the epic battles between the Frost Spirit and 90 golden minigunners and the Frost Spirit against 48 accelerators. In this video, I'm going to be pitting 30 epic turrets against the Frost Spirit. But before I get started, go ahead and hit that like button, because yes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and tell you up front, the turrets do so well. I'm going to start by talking about why they do so well and compare them to the other two towers that we've already seen. Now, the turret itself has some of the best stats in the game. This is because of its DPS combined with its range. It's able to do a massive 125 damage per second, which is second only to the Accelerator. And its range is an absolutely incredible 26, which means it's only outranged by the Ranger. In my opinion, this makes the turret the single best consistently firing tower in TDS, which is also why it has a placement limit of 5. Even though the turret does not have as high of a DPS as the Accelerator, I think it actually outperforms it here because it has that annoying cooldown. So while the Accelerator has to pause for a few seconds, the turret can just keep firing and racking up damage. And as far as the golden minigunner goes, the turret is basically just a better version of that tower. It has about the same DPS, but with much better range. Now, this increased range is really important when we think about how slowly the Frost Spirit moves, especially because it stops so often to freeze the towers around it. This means the turret can be further away from it, which allows it to not get frozen and continue dealing damage while the boss is stopped. I actually think the greatest strength of the turret is its godly range. We were able to keep a turret in one spot and it would just keep attacking for so long. And you really can't do this with any other tower. Free Robux! Okay, I'm sorry, I don't actually have free Robux. I just had to scream that to be sure I had your attention because this next part is a bombshell. I think that what really helped us win this game is something I never would have guessed. But because we could only place 5 turrets each, my teammates went crazy placing electroshockers. When you get to the final wave, just pay attention to how much the electroshocker slows the Frost Spirit down. I think that we do so well in this game because a turret has incredible range, incredible damage, and multiple electroshockers are actually OP. There's a point when the Frost Spirit is making its first turns into the belly of our electro turret army that it can barely move. This just allows the turret so much more time to deal damage. And you gotta note that at that part of the path, there are like 6 electroshockers hitting him. This really makes me wonder, would we have done better with the minigunner if we'd used like 80 and just added 10 more electros? Try that out in your games to see if it makes a difference. It's the only thing I can think of that we did here that we weren't really doing before, and we only did it because we hit our placement limit. Alright, so not only was the electroshocker OP, but the commander and the DJ helped so much. The commander is gonna make sure that the turret can fire at max capability, allowing it to deal a constant stream of damage. And the DJ is going to be a godsend because its range buff is based on a tower's initial range. So if a tower has a high initial range, which the turret does, the DJ is going to make an even bigger difference than normal. And another advantage to the extremely long range of the turret is that we were killing the unstable ice enemies from so far away that they couldn't freeze our towers. I didn't notice this happening with either the minigunner or the Accelerator. So I think this is another huge advantage of the turret in this event. Okay, moving on. As far as early game goes, we have to do what we did when we played with the Accelerators. We have to place pyromancers and minigunners until our turrets are placed and leveled up strong enough to kill the enemies on their own. But once we get to that point, we're going to be able to sell those towers and just use the turret. And just like the other games, I have to use a couple of Rangers on waves 19 and 20 to counter the Crying Angels. Now let me give a shout out to my tumultuous teammates for this game. AJ Plays 135, Ask Carlo, Sunset Awesome YT, Zenix, and Zingius Tree 15. Now go ahead and sit back, relax, and grab a frozen bat, and I'll see you right back here at the end. Now do you guys see how crazy this is? 30 turrets do better than 48 accelerators. How is that possible? This just goes to show that the turret is one of the most underrated towers in Tower Defense Simulator. Massive range and massive damage combined with the slowing effects of the electroshocker killed the 1 billion health boss faster than any other tower in the game. And I just don't know what I can do to top this. I mean, I guess I could try 90 toxic gunners versus the frost spirit and just delay it to death. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button with your forehead, hit the subscribe button with your big toe, and turn on notifications however you can so you don't miss any of my amazing upcoming content. And while you're at it, go ahead and join my growing Discord community. You can do that at discord.gg/JustHarrisonThings. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, be safe, and never forget what I always say. Peace!